1. Prolonged gazes, interpreting intensity of eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful indicators of interest and attraction. A prolonged stare can communicate more than 1,000 words. However, there is a fine line between a seductive gaze and one that can be uncomfortable. The key is reciprocity. If you notice that your gaze is reciprocated with the same intensity and duration, it is a clear sign of interest. For example, during a conversation, if she holds your gaze for a few seconds longer than usual, consider this an invitation to deepen the connection. 2. Complicit smiles, deciphering smiles that suggest attraction. A genuine smile can be a powerful indicator of attraction. But not all smiles are the same. Pay attention to smiles that are accompanied by a special twinkle in the eye, those that seem to light up the other person's face. These complicit smiles, often accompanied by a playful look, suggest a deeper connection and interest beyond the friendly. 3. Physical proximity, analyzing the reduction of personal space. Personal space is sacred, and when someone voluntarily reduces it, it is a strong indicator of comfort and attraction. For example, if she approaches you at a social gathering or sits closer than is socially acceptable, it is a sign that she is attracted to and comfortable in your presence. This is a good time to mirror her behavior, also subtly reducing the distance between the two of you. 4. Unconscious gestures, the role of subtle gestures in attraction. Unconscious gestures, such as fixing one's hair or lightly touching one's clothes, may be indicative of romantic interest. These gestures are often unconscious acts intended to enhance one's appearance to someone who is attractive. Watch for these small details, as they may be indicative of underlying sexual tension. 5. The mirror postures, unconscious reflex and synchronization of movements. Imitation of postures and movements can be an unconscious sign of harmony and connection. If you notice her replicating your gestures or posture, she is probably unconsciously tuning into your rhythm. This mirroring of body language suggests a compatibility and connection that goes beyond the superficial. 6. Casual touching, understanding the importance of accidental physical contact. Accidental physical contact can be a way to test the waters of attraction. A light brush on the arm or a casual touch on the back are ways to establish a physical connection without being too direct. If these touches are positively received and, better yet, reciprocated, it is a clear sign of physical chemistry. 7. Facial expressions, decoding signals through expressions. Facial expressions can reveal a lot about a person's feelings. A look of interest, a playful frown, or a smile that reaches the eyes are all expressions that communicate genuine attraction. Learning to read these signs will give you a better understanding of their feelings for you. 8. Overt body language, indicators of interest through posture. An open and relaxed posture is a sign of comfort and openness. If she is facing you with her arms uncrossed and a relaxed posture, she is likely to feel comfortable and open to further connection with you. 9. Fidgeting with objects, meaning behind playing with hair or clothes. Playing with hair, jewelry or clothing are gestures that are often performed unconsciously when a person is nervous or excited. If you observe these behaviors, especially at times of intimate conversation or during prolonged eye contact, they may be indicative of an underlying attraction. 10. Voice change, variations in pitch and volume of speech. The tone and volume of the voice can change when someone is excited or attracted. A softer voice and lower pitch may be signs of trying to sound more attractive or intimate. Pay attention to these subtle changes in his voice when he talks to you. Understanding body language and signs of sexual tension is an essential skill for the modern man. Not only does it enhance romantic relationships, but it also fosters greater self-awareness and understanding of social interactions. By paying attention to these subtle details, you can develop a deeper understanding of nonverbal cues and strengthen your personal connections. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going. Verbal and conversational signals, keys to attraction and connection. In the complex world of human relationships, especially in the realm of romance and sexual attraction, verbal and conversational cues play a crucial role. Often, what we say and how we say it reveals much more than we think. This article, aimed at a male audience, aims to deepen understanding of these signals, offering unique insights and practical tips for interpreting and improving communication in the relationship arena. 1. Frequent laughter, the role of humor in sexual attraction. Tip: Humor not only relieves tension, but can be a powerful indicator of attraction. Frequent, genuine laughter during a conversation suggests mutual comfort and enjoyment. Practical example: if you tell a joke and the other person laughs heartily, they are likely to be attracted to and comfortable with you. 2. Deep conversations: the importance of emotional connection. Tip: depth in conversations can be a clear sign of interest. If your conversation partner dives into personal and emotional topics, he or she is likely looking for a connection beyond the superficial. Example: sharing personal experiences and emotions indicates an openness and a desire to establish a deeper bond. 3. Verbal flirting: analysis of suggestive and double-meaning comments. Tip: the art of verbal flirting often lies in wordplay and double entendres. Being attentive to these details can reveal romantic interest. Example: if a person uses playful or suggestive language, he or she may be showing attraction in subtle ways. 4. Personal confidences: sharing secrets as a sign of trust. Tip: when someone shares secrets or personal topics, it indicates trust and a desire for closeness. Example: revealing intimate details about fears or dreams can be an invitation to a relationship of greater trust and closeness. 5. Personal questions: interest in knowing more about another person. Tip: personal questions are usually a sign of genuine interest. If your interlocutor makes an effort to learn more about you, it's a good sign of attraction. Example: questions about your childhood, personal likes and dislikes or future plans show genuine interest. 6. Detailed responses: meaning of giving long and thoughtful responses. Tip: a long, thoughtful response can indicate that the person values the conversation and wants to impress you. Example: if in answering your questions, the person takes their time and gives details, it shows that the conversation is important to them. 7. Compliments and compliments: interpretation of frequent compliments. Tip: compliments can be a direct way to show attraction. Being attentive to specific compliments can reveal a lot. Example: if something particular about your appearance or personality is complimented, it can be a clear sign of interest. 8. Interest in future meetings: proposals for future plans. Tip: proposing future plans is a sign that the person wants to continue seeing you. Example: if during the conversation the idea of doing something together soon comes up, it's a good sign. 9. Suggestive topics: discussion of topics with sexual subtext. Tip: talking about topics with sexual subtext in a respectful way can indicate a more intimate interest. Example: tactfully broaching topics of intimacy or past relationships can be a way to explore sexual compatibility. 10. Attentive listening: the meaning of paying full attention to speech. Tip: active and attentive listening is a strong indicator of interest. If someone gives you their undivided attention, it's a sign that they value what you're saying and, by extension, you. Example: if the person remembers details of past conversations, it shows that they have been truly attentive. Understanding and applying these tips can open new doors in the world of interpersonal relationships. Remember that communication is an art and, as such, requires practice and attention to detail. The key is observation and the ability to interpret verbal and conversational cues appropriately. If you have made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you have learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going. In the quest for human understanding, few areas are as fascinating yet complex as the emotional chemistry and connection between people. This intriguing interplay of emotions and invisible bonds not only defines our interpersonal relationships, but also shapes our experience of life. Emotional chemistry is a subtle dance of feelings and perceptions, which when aligned correctly, can trigger a deep and meaningful connection. For contemporary man, understanding and navigating this terrain is crucial. It is not just a matter of finding a mate or cultivating friendships, it is a matter of understanding oneself and others on a deeper level. This article seeks to explore and unravel some of the most essential aspects of emotional chemistry and connection, providing practical advice and innovative insights. Intuition of compatibility: feeling of understanding each other without words. Compatibility intuition is that unexplainable feeling of knowing when someone is right for you. This nonverbal understanding goes beyond words. It is a deep connection that is felt at the core of your being. To foster this intuition, it is vital to be present in interactions, actively listening and being aware of nonverbal cues. For example, on a date, instead of planning what you are going to say next, focus your attention on the other person, their gestures, and tone of voice. This can lead to a deeper understanding and authentic connection. Sharing values and beliefs, the importance of affinities. Compatibility in values and beliefs is a cornerstone of lasting connection. This doesn't mean you must agree on everything, but sharing certain core values creates solid common ground. A practical exercise is to reflect on your own values and then actively seek to know those of the other person. During conversations, broach topics you are passionate about and observe how the other person responds. This commonality of values can be a key indicator of long-term compatibility. Rapid confidence, developing confidence in a short period of time. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. To develop trust quickly, it is essential to be open and vulnerable. Sharing a personal experience or genuine feeling can be a powerful catalyst for trust. However, it is important to balance this with discretion and respect for the other person's boundaries. An act as simple as keeping a promise or being consistent in your actions can strengthen trust significantly. Empathy and understanding, feeling deep empathy for another person. Empathy goes beyond simply understanding someone, it is feeling with someone. To develop deep empathy, try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. When sharing experiences or concerns, rather than offering immediate solutions, validate their feelings. Saying something like "that must be really hard to feel" that can show deep understanding and foster a genuine emotional connection. Emotional excitement, intense feelings in the presence of others. Emotional excitement is that spark you feel in the presence of someone. To maintain this spark, it's important to remain curious and open to new experiences together. Plan activities that you both enjoy that are a little adventurous or out of the ordinary. This shared excitement can strengthen your emotional bond. Feeling of euphoria, joy and enthusiasm in being together. The feeling of euphoria when you are with someone is an indicator of strong emotional chemistry. To cultivate this, focus on creating positive moments together. This can be as simple as sharing a joke or remembering a happy moment together. Shared joy is contagious and can deepen your emotional connection. Desire to protect, instinct to care and protect the other. The desire to protect someone arises naturally when there is a strong emotional connection. This instinct is not about possession or control, but a genuine desire for the other person's well-being. Showing consideration for someone's feelings and well-being, such as making sure they get home safely, can be a powerful expression of this desire to protect. Longing in absence, missing intensely when you're not together. Longing in absence is a sign of a deep emotional connection. To manage this feeling, it is important to maintain open and honest communication. Sharing your feelings of missing the other person in a non-overwhelming way can strengthen the relationship. For example, a simple message saying "I thought of you today" can be very meaningful. Emotional complicity, feeling complicit in different situations. Emotional complicity arises when you feel you are on the same team as another person. To develop this, look for times when you can support each other and work together toward a common goal. It can be something as simple as working on a home project or supporting an interest or passion of the other. Mutual admiration, feeling admiration and mutual respect. Mutual admiration is fundamental to a deep and lasting connection. To foster this, it is important to express appreciation and recognition for each other's qualities and accomplishments. Letting someone know that you admire their intelligence, kindness, or how they deal with challenges can be deeply moving and reinforce the emotional connection. Emotional chemistry and connection are essential aspects of our lives that deserve attention and understanding. By applying these tips and maintaining an open mind and a willing heart, men can cultivate more meaningful and fulfilling relationships, both romantically and in friendship and companionship. Let us always remember that emotional connection is a journey, not a destination, and every step along this path is an opportunity for personal growth and enrichment. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going. Physiological signals and unconscious reactions, understanding body communication. The language of the body is a fascinating and often unexplored universe. In the game of attraction and interpersonal relationships, our physiological reactions and unconscious behaviors play a crucial role, communicating much more than words can express. This article seeks to explore and unravel some of the most common physiological signals and their implications, providing a detailed guide to interpreting these messages from the body. From dilated pupils to subtle changes in appetite, each signal offers a window into hidden feelings and emotions. 1. Pupil dilation, ocular responses to attraction. When we find ourselves in front of someone we are attracted to, our pupils may involuntarily dilate, a phenomenon known as the pupillary dilation response. This change can be an indicator of interest and attraction. A practical example of this occurs on romantic dates. If you notice that your partner's pupils dilate in your presence, it could be a sign that he or she likes you. 2. Blushing, understanding blushing as a sign of interest. Blushing is an emotional response that can indicate interest or embarrassment. When someone blushes in your presence, especially during an intimate conversation or compliment, they may be expressing subconscious interest. 3. Increased heart rate, analyze changes in heart rate. Although not always visible, increased heart rate is a classic indicator of excitement or nervousness. It can be noticed through faster breathing or by placing your hand close to the other person's chest in moments of closeness. 4. Light sweating, interpretation of nervous sweating. Sweating, although often uncomfortable, is a natural response to nervousness or excitement. If during an encounter you notice that the other person begins to sweat slightly, it could be a sign that he or she is feeling nervous or excited about your presence. 5. Breathing changes, altered breathing depth and rhythm. A change in breathing, such as deeper or faster breathing, may indicate excitement or nervousness. In intimate situations, pay attention to how your partner's breathing aligns or changes with yours. 6. Sensation of butterflies, the physical experience of nervous excitement. The feeling of butterflies in the stomach is a common description of nervous excitement, often associated with the beginning of an affair. It is a sign that you are emotionally stimulated and possibly attracted to the other person. 7. Muscle tension, recognize body tension as a signal. Muscle tension, such as a tight grip or tense arms, may be a sign of nervousness or excitement. Notice how your partner's posture and muscle tension change in response to your proximity or contact. 8. Dry mouth, nervous reactions and their meaning. Dry mouth is a common reaction to nervousness. If you notice your date frequently drinking water or running his tongue over his lips, it could be a sign of nervousness associated with attraction. 9. Nervous movements, interpreting nervous twitches and tics. Nervous movements, such as fidgeting with objects or touching your hair, are indicators of nervousness. These gestures may be an unconscious sign of interest or of being emotionally affected by your presence. 10. Changes in appetite, effects of attraction on food cravings. Finally, attraction can influence appetite. Some people may lose their appetite when they are emotionally agitated, while others may eat more. Observing these changes during dinners or encounters can provide clues about the other person's comfort or arousal level. Understanding these physiological signals and unconscious reactions can provide unique insights into social and romantic interactions. Being attentive to these signals will allow you to better interpret the feelings and emotions of those around you, thus improving your nonverbal communication and strengthening your relationships.